The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Good evening, I'm Francesca Brown and welcome to the show. Well, it's been a big week of headlines and even bigger drama, some may say. Did the Prime Minister mislead the public about the country's fiscal surplus? Some say it's a political spin. Others say it's the truth. Tonight, we talk about it. Then, the government's new visa rules, a $250 visa integrity fee plus a refundable bond of about $5,000 to $15,000. Will this price Bahamians out of travel? Crawfish season is here, but fishermen say poachers are stealing the catch before it even hits the traps. Is the government or enforcement failing our fishing industry? Inside the F&M, tensions boil over as former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis insists he is not done with Killarney. Is this a comeback or a political standoff? The new liquor license promises to modernize the system, but will it make life easier for businesses or just pour more red tape into the glass? And those new voter registration cards, is it a step forward for election security or will it fix deeper issues? The debate starts now and my panel is ready to dive in. Welcome to the show. We have with us our guests, Leslie Miller and Ellington Ferguson. Good night, guys.
Good evening.
Good evening,
It's a pleasure to be here once
Even
again.
Bahamas.
Thank you guys for joining us. So we're just going to dive right in. The first thing that we're going to talk about is, I guess, the Prime Minister's blunder, we'll call it for now, in the House of Assembly. But let me refresh your memory. We have actually a report that was done last night by one of our reporters, and we'll play that first, and then we'll come back and discuss.
I will not add to what the Prime Minister has said or take away from anything that he has said.
The Office of the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Keishla Adderley, offered little comment as reporters pressed her for answers following a heated back and forth in Parliament on Wednesday evening. The exchange centered around allegations from former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis and Shadow Finance Minister Kwesi Thompson, who accused Prime Minister Philip Davis of misleading the public on the country's fiscal outlook for the 2024-2025 budget year. The two opposition members referenced a Ministry of Finance budget performance report which showed a $2 million deficit for April 2025, a stark contrast to the $135.4 million surplus the Prime Minister touted during his 2025-2026 budget communication. When asked to respond to the discrepancy, here's how Prime Minister Davis reacted.
No, never. Do your own thorough research. I never projected a surplus in April. I projected that there would be a deficit in April.
But the opposition pushed back, calling his bluff and insisting that his previous statements are on the record. Here's that clip.
Our preliminary data shows April at a surplus position of $135.4 million.
Prime Minister Davis later clarified that his surplus remarks referred specifically to the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Still, after being quoted directly, he left the chamber with these parting words.
But I will look at it myself and I'll revisit it.
Okay, guys, you heard it for yourself. It's been the talk for a couple of days now. Did the Prime Minister outright deceive the public? Did he forget? Your views and opinions. We'll start with you, Ellington.
I would not go as far as saying the Prime Minister outright deceives the public. It's an unfortunate moment. Hopefully, I would have hoped that the Office of the Prime Minister, when this story first broke in The Guardian, I would have hoped that the Office of the Prime Minister would have looked into these matters, advised the Prime Minister, and had both the Prime Minister prepared and a statement prepared to issue it. Obviously, the Prime Minister is saying now that he meant something else, but the truth of the matter is he did say that there would be a surplus in April. Now, whether he meant that in April of 2025, or he's referring to following April, or he was talking about something else, he said in that clip just now that he said that he meant that there would be a deficit. He could have misspoken, but like I'm saying, it's a fall down somewhere, either from the Prime Minister or the office of the Prime Minister. But like I said, this should have been cleared up prior to him coming back into the House and doubling down to say that he did not say it, when in fact he did utter it. If he misspoke and meant to say that there would be a deficit, but the truth is he did say that there would be a surplus.
Mr. Miller, do you think it's as easy as saying he just forgot what he said a couple months ago?
The government financial year ends June 31st. So if he's saying that his budget is going to have a surplus by the end of June 2026, because he's presented 2025 budget, don't forget, we're in that calendar year now, financial year. I read succinctly what Garvin Bowe had to say this morning in the Guardian Tribune. He said it's a useless exercise to be discussing this matter anymore because it had no effect on what is going on. The reality is, this is 2025 and 26 is on the way. Let us wait and see what happens at the end of the fiscal period, which would be June 31st of next year. The Prime Minister indicated that there will be a budget surplus, and we shall now wait for that budget surplus to materialize or not materialize.
I think the point, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think the point that people are getting upset about is the fact that even if he did misspeak, he should have just said, look, I don't remember, let me check, instead of doubling down on saying I didn't say it. I think now it's more about him being honest as opposed to whether or not there will be a deficit or a surplus.
Well, the Prime Minister is certainly not a liar.
I never said he was, yeah.
I preface that earlier to say that I don't think he lied, but what you're speaking to, Leslie, is it's even too early to even begin to speak about 25, 26 as to where he say there'll be a surplus, to say they're not going to be. That is not the conversation here. The conversation is about April 2025. During the budget debate, it was said that all of our indicators are stating that in April of 2025, we will have a surplus. That is what the question, not in the 2025,
the Prime Minister
2026.
said that the budget for the year 25-26,
yes,
he will have a surplus.
That
budget doesn't expire until the 31st of June.
I think
2025.
I think it's being mixed up here. That was said, but during that, as he referred to 2025, he said all of our indicators are showing that in April this year, 2025, we will have a surplus. That is not in addition to what he talked about the 2025, 2026 budget here.
I will repeat.
Listen to it again, and it's completely different. We cannot judge, we cannot talk about 2025, 26 and say whether or not it's going to be a surplus. We got to watch, he said.
We got to wait. I think that's the same point Mr. Miller is trying to make, that we have to wait and see.
But that is not where this conversation is surrounding.
The conversation was surrounding whether or not we thought he was being dishonest.
April 2025.
The subject matter now doesn't make much sense.
It doesn't exist.
Because it doesn't exist anymore. And Mr. Bowe alluded to that this morning. He said it makes no sense. Can you discuss something that has no relevance at this point in time?
So you think it's something that we can circle back to at the end of the fiscal year?
I would think so. That would be the logical thing to do.
The fiscal year is over. That is this controversy is about. That year is over.
No, he said
2026.
April
25, 26.
No. The mistake was made during the discussion of the budget, which begins on July 1st.
Okay.
Okay? The statement was made that, as a matter of fact, all of our indicators is telling us that April 2025, not April 2026, we will have a surplus.
And
So then he
the
came back
statement
and
made
said
by
he
the Prime
didn't
Minister.
say it, right.
Then
He came back
That
and
is
said-
where this discussion is.
Right, and he came
not
back
for the
and said-
2025, 26
He
of
came
the
back
budget.
and said he didn't say it, and then
That
when I
is
guess
where this
people came out and
discussion
said,
is.
yes, you did say it, he said that he misspoke.
Absolutely.
Was this statement made prior to April of this year?
The
No,
statement was made
the statement was
made
made
budget
debate.
during the budget debate.
It was made during the budget
debate.
The indicator, the figures was not out officially for April at that point. But he said that the indicators are showing, as we talk about 2025, 2026, April of this year, 2025, we will have a surplus budget. That was the
I think the
statement.
matter
For the year
became
25,
as
26.
big. Yes, I think the matter became as big as it was because the prime minister doubled down on his comments.
is where it
I
explodes.
think less people are more concerned about the projected budget for next year and more, is he telling the truth?
I would think so.
Or did he mislead? And we all agree that we don't think he outright lied.
No, he said in a statement that he meant to say there will be a deficit. I think that should have been made clear. I think his office should have done a better job in preparing him to go to Parliament rather than doubling down to be able to speak to that it was a misquote by himself.
Okay, so you think maybe the opposition kind of made it a bigger deal in
No,
order to
I don't
have
think
something
they made
to
it
say?
a bigger deal. I think it's their job to bring it forth and to get what should be the right thing said by the Prime Minister. That they're doing really their job. And unfortunately, it's bigger than it really had to have been at this point.
Okay. Well, speaking of the opposition, we got to shift gears for a little bit. They were also in the headlines this week because the former Prime Minister, Hubert Minnis, is pretty much doubling down on his comments as well, saying that he's going to run in Kalani. Regardless of what the party says, the party has already said that they're not giving him the nomination. And then you had other members, senior members of the party coming out and say that, you're supposed to choose party over your own personal beliefs. So what do you think is going to happen there?
Well, obviously, Dr. Minnis is resolute in what he's going to do. I think the Honorable Michael Pintard made a decision. What sizable factor of the party made that decision remains to be seen. I think, in my opinion, it's a mistake on the part of the Free National Movement. That's a seat that they squander. This is going to be a very interesting election. It's not going to be an easy one. And I think the FNM, that seat they didn't have to tamper with. Pintard have beat Minnis in the last convention they had convincingly. And I think Kalani was really one of Pintard's seat in his column. And it's unfortunate that they kind of ruffled that. Minnis is not going to go away. Minnis is more likely to win that seat in Kalani. And so it's going to see how it goes from here on in.
Mr. Dr. Minnis has made his position clear. He intends to run in the upcoming general elections. The leader of the opposition says they will not nominate him, and they will nominate other persons in there. There's a 9 in 10 chance that Dr. Minnis, especially PFA, which don't oppose him, by the way. I said it publicly before. He should not be opposed by the Progressive Bill Party, and let the fight go on. And he will become the victor. In a 3-way fight, it may be a little shaky. In a 2-way fight against another FNM, he will win easy.
You don't think that the PLP should run a member of parliament in
we
Kalani?
shouldn't. No.
Why?
No. We didn't oppose the late Tennyson Wells. We didn't oppose Pierre DePuche. We didn't oppose the Speaker of the House, the former Speaker of the House from Long Island.
Do you
So
think?
why do it now?
Do you think it's because you feel like somebody cannot beat him, or it's a good political strategy?
No, it's a strategy where the leader of the opposition has one thing to say. His former leader, who is Dr. Minnis, is on another trajectory. And let's see what the end result is.
But
Let them
lately,
two battle it out.
how many independents have you seen, even ones that held the seats, go back and try to run as independents and it didn't work? It didn't
Many
work
of
for
them didn't
Loretta.
win.
It didn't
Many
work
of them,
for
depending on the
Granville.
circumstances. Both men the 3 men I'm speaking of won their seats.
How long ago was that?
About 20 years ago.
Exactly, like Bahamians.
Time has nothing to do with it.
Should be-
It's the people's view. If somebody likes an MP, he's been doing a good job, they will continue to go with that MP. It's a personal matter with most MPs.
Do you think
be
most
honest with you.
Bahamians vote for MP rather than party?
No, the only time you find this great shift is when people turn on the leader of the party. In the last election, people really had a deep-seated hate from Dr. Minnis. No ifs and buts with that, what they went through.
Yeah.
This election cycle, there's no hate for the Right Honorable Brave Davis. There's no people out there crying. The majority said that they want him gone.
Okay.
He in fact, he's the one that's keeping the governing party intact right now, being where they are, because of him more than anyone else in the party.
You have some standouts in the party as well.
But I'm saying he's the number one man
Okay.
that people care for overall. I can tell you that.
So you think Dr. Minnis has a chance of winning the seat running as an independent?
Yeah, I think he can win. Easy.
I don't see why the PLP should not run a candidate other than if Dr. Minnis was a neutral candidate. Dr. Minnis have stated, and he is a very good F&M. He's a loyal F&M, and he has not even resigned from the F&M. He has never quit the Free National Movement, which I applaud and I think is the right thing to do. That being said, should Dr. Minnis win his seat and the party get themselves together, we could see the Dr. Minnis back in the position of leadership. However, I think the Progressive Liberal Party in a three-way race stands a good chance, or even a four-way race with the COI in there, the Progressive Liberal Party stand a good chance of winning the seat. And so I wouldn't say that they should not run a candidate.
The only way for him to run is for him to become an independent, right? Because the
Dr. Minnis.
F&M has
He
made
will
it
have
very
to run
clear.
as an independent,
Right.
Or
but
as another party.
Okay.
he is an F&M at heart. You can't take that away from him.
So,
Well, those three men I mentioned were F&M's hard too. And they never resigned from the PLP from the F&M and they run as independents. Remember that.
so you think that he could run as an independent,
That's
win it
neither
for
here nor
the
there.
F&M, and still be a part of the F&M, even though they have made it very clear that they are not running?
He will have to
Free National.
rejoin if he win it as an independent. He'll have to rejoin up with the Free National Movement.
Okay. And you both think that he has an actual chance of winning the seat?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think the Bahamian people are very finicky people. I think that a lot of people vote for party rather than person. And I'm actually in his constituency. I'm in his area, and I can tell you people actually do love him. But I cannot trust that the Bahamian people will vote for a person versus party.
I could tell you you're very right with that, but there have been exceptions with good members of parliament, good representation. You saw that in the former Honorable Prime Minister Hubert Ingram. You saw that with the Pierre Depute. You saw that with Tennyson Wells. And a number of other persons where the people were endeared to the person. They loved the person supported them well, represented them in the House well. And one such constituency is the constituency of Kalani. Minnis loved Kalani. He have represented Kalani well. Kalani loves Minnis. Kalani wants only Hubert Alexander Minnis for the Free National Movement side.
Okay, well, we've also seen some independents who broke off from their parties and thought that they had the seats and didn't win them.
Because they didn't have the heart of the
Many of
people.
them.
You don't think Loretta Butler Turner had the heart of the people?
No,
Barbara McCarthy?
not on
Okay.
that level. No,
Not on the level of Dr. Minnis?
no.
Well,
Okay.
don't forget
She's a
now,
good person.
the area that
but
she was in
never.
is a peculiar area.
You don't think Kalani is a peculiar
No,
area?
I'm talking about, you're talking about
Loretta.
Montague?
no, I'm talking when she run, the last time she
In Long
lost
Island.
was in Long Island. Well, they had, the last time they had a PLP representative was 1987. That was Philip Smith.
So the bottom line
Lots of
is you guys
different-
think that he has a chance to win.
Absolutely.
And you think that the PLP shouldn't run anyone against him and just give the seat
That's
away.
my view, my personal view.
I think they should still run their candidate.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're probably still going to run a candidate anyway. I
Mind
don't
you,
think they've
forget you have
announced a
new
candidate.
seat that's going to be created out in that same area.
They're going to cut Kalani in half?
They are going to cut Kalani, and they're going to also cut piece of Mr. Miller's seat.
There you go,
Between
inside
those two
information.
seats.
I
We
gotta
got over
say.
5,000 votes now.
I mean, Kalani is a
That's
really
gonna
big
be a new
area.
seat.
Kalani is a
Kalani
big area
and Golden
and
Eyes
can,
is
and
two
can
of
be
the
cut.
hugest constituencies.
Right,
gonna be
I
a new
agree.
seat.
And so some adjustments will be made. And
gonna
if
be a
that
new
is
seat.
done, and then Minnis is given a section and he's not put up with any PLP,
He said whatever section he's given, he will win.
he could win, yeah.
But you are pretty positive that they're going to break it up into two sections.
It has
Where
to-
do you
it
think
has
the
to.
line is going to be?
You have to create a new seat. There's sufficient votes in there right now.
Yeah. Each one of
with
those
over
constituencies has
5,000.
more than
Yeah,
5,000
it is. No,
votes.
it is. It is a really big constituency. I definitely agree with that.
After the commission make their recommendation and the Prime Minister has the final say on it, along with the recommendation by the commission, there'll be a new seat. There was a seat there before, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At
there
the
was
first time.
I think it was Adelaide.
Not Adelaide. It was Clifton.
Clifton. sorry.
Clifton.
Clifton
yes,
was there
yes,
before.
I do remember.
So they'll probably
Yes.
rename
Clifton.
it, give it another name, but there has to be a new seat there.
And they'll run-
you'll probably have another seat in the fall upcoming general election. There's likely to be a cut with West End, Grand Bahama, and Bimini will go back with the Berry Islands, and West End will take some of the votes from other sections.
Well, this sounds like
closer to
all
them.
kind of inside
It has to happen
information.
because
Why do-
you must have an even number in Parliament. So
Okay.
there's 39 now, there'll be 41. That's how you create the seats. You can't have an even number.
Okay, so so you think they're going to cut Kalani, let Minnis run in one, and then run another PLP candidate in
That
the
same
other
candidate, you could put him there.
one? Why give that for them a free seat then? Or why
give
give
them a
the
free seat?
independent a free seat? If you
what?
don't run a candidate, you just giving away a seat.
No, you're not giving away a seat.
You don't think the
wasting a seat
election may
either.
be too close to
No,
just be
strategic
giving away
election
seats?
area.
Too close at all.
That's what it
I
is.
see
You don't
the
think it's
PLP
gonna be close?
I see the PLP getting a minimum of 26 to 32 seats, and the rest up for grabs.
26 to 32 seats?
Yes,
You think
No,
the
come
COI
back
is going to
there.
get any seats this
none.
election?
None. They wouldn't get more than 2,000 votes combined. And you better go pay that woman the money. She's been in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. The woman is sick now. She needs some money.
Before she died.
Be a man. Pay the damn woman the money, man. All right?
Mr. Miller,
Running around here
you
talking
say the
politics.
other seats are up for grabs. Those are the only three parties.
Yeah, no, but
But you
call
don't
them a
think
party.
the
I don't really
COI
call them a party.
You think independents will win?
I said Dr. Minnis.
Dr. Minnis will be the only independent in the House.
Yes.
The rest of the seats will be the F&M, and then
Well, Lewis and Freeport, he can't win that seat.
you don't think so?
No.
He will not retain that.
He may not get any money back.
But this is the same thing that we just talked about, though.
He has
That's
no
not the same
endearment
thing.
with the people like that.
That's what I'm
That is the key thing.
Exactly.
When you've given the people that level of representation and they feel committed to you, that
Yeah.
they owe you that level of commitment, then you get it. That has
He might
never
win that
happened.
seat for the COI. That may be their one seat in Parliament.
I don't
Not
think
this
that's the level.
lifetime.
No.
Maybe
no.
when he come back.
No.
But not this trip. He got no, but no, that one. I'll tell you that.
We're going to take a break. When we come
He should
back,
spend his money with caution.
we'll continue to discuss some more hot topics for the week. We'll be right back after this.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store wants to get you ready for back to school.
They have ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for almost every school in the Bahamas.
At Carrie's, find skirts, blouses, shirts, jumpers, boy shorts and long pants, neckties, socks, and
You
more.
can even have your uniform skirts custom made.
Check out our selection of embroidered cotton shirts.
That's Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. Call us at 393-0758 or 817-0758.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Hey guys! The IL Cares Foundation invites you to our Back to School giveaway on August 23rd at the University of the Bahamas, Poinciana Drive entrance. Join us for a day of free school supplies, food, and fun as we help prepare students for a successful school year. We are also going to be on the Family Islands on August 23rd from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. All are welcome! So come on down and support the community with IL Cares. At IL Cares, we care.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back. The conversation continued during the break, but we are here talking. We left off talking about the election. In particular, we started talking about Dr. Minnis and whether he should or whether he can retain his seat in Kalani running as an independent. And both of these men believe that he can. And then the conversation stirred a little bit to a former F&M candidate who's now a member of COI, Hiram Lewis, and whether or not he'll be able to retain his seat. And both of you men say no.
Can't happen.
That one finished.
What's the difference, though? That's the same thing I was just asking. What's the difference?
No, it is a difference.
The difference is the level of its relationship, the level of representation. Hiram Lewis have never been able to have that kind of relationship, that kind of endearment. His win in Grand Bahama is based on the Free National Movement. Minnis' win in Kalani initially may have been based on the Free National Movement, his level of representation. The people are well pleased with it. He's done tremendous things in that constituency, and for that, the people is rewarding him with their loyalty. Kalani is loyal to Dr. Minnis. Kalani is strong with Hubert Alexander.
And they are very independent-minded people out there.
They don't need anything from any
They're
party.
upper middle class.
They don't need anything from any election or anything like that. They are satisfied with the level of representation and commitment that Dr. Minnis has given to them, and they're going with that. And that is the difference that you have not seen from Hiram Lewis. And that's why I always say to young MPs, stay with the people. Endear them people into your heart. Love them, be there for them. Make sure they know that you have their best interests at heart. And those people, you could go to war with them.
Well, I'm not able to speak on his representation in Grand Bahama. So I don't know whether or not he is endeared. I know that Dr. Minnis is in my constituency, and I can tell you that people do love him there. Whether or not he's going to retain the seat, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But speaking of elections, let's shift a little bit. Biometric voting cards. We're supposed to be getting them soon. How do you guys feel about them? A lot of the public is kind of sketchy, very iffy, not really trusting. But it is about time we get rid of taping your picture to a paper and signing and doing all of that stuff.
Using your finger.
And
then the guy put a tape on his finger and he goes to him and take it off. That happened.
I have never heard of that.
No, that happened very, very much. On many occasions in the last election.
Hold on, what's the secret?
You go there.
Because you got to put your...
Yeah, you got to put it there.
Uh-huh.
And you put it there. You put something over your finger.
Now, you don't think the people at the polling station can see you have a big piece of tape on your finger?
No, I said a big piece of tape. It has happened. I've known, I have seen 2 voters' cards just this week. And I've seen the guy vote in 2 different areas.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
that was common in the last election.
So you think moving towards the biometric cards will
has to be.
Less voter fraud?
It has to be. People got to feel good that elections are run fairly and squarely, that there's no foolishness going on.
But a lot of people may also be scared that now you're going to know exactly who I vote for.
That's not true.
Will they not know?
Not a single thing to do with you vote for. When you cast your vote, all that ID is telling you that this person has already voted.
That's all it's telling you?
That's all it is. And it goes through instantaneously. That's all it's saying.
This is something that we've had, biometrics. It's involved in our national insurance card and other stuff that we use.
We don't use it in a national insurance card. I've never used it in my national insurance.
Your passport,
yes.
sorry.
It's right there.
And from going from that paper that anybody could almost write and put something like that together, and to advance to the next level of security, I think there are going to be some hiccups. I hope we can do like pre-runs and try to get all the kinks out prior to the general election. I think is the way we need to go for advancement as we seek to do things and move away from these
There's a hell of a lot of people in our country now
archaic ways of doing
with
things.
passports that shouldn't have them. You read that?
What?
There are many people in our country today that has a Bahamian passport and
not
have no right to the damn passports.
How so?
No
you
right
mean through marriage.
I'm asking. The passport.
Oh, you mean like that? Okay. I was trying to follow you to see where you were going.
Just a few months ago, a group of Haitians came in here, and the fella had a passport with a dead cousin of mine. Lockhart. If you look at the papers this morning, in the newspapers, you will see people there named Claire now. And it's insulting to us that they're so bold and presumptuous now. Cooper, Bain, Roll.
But so you're talking about when they have to apply when they're applying to get their citizenship.
The government should allow them to apply in a no name.
They should apply.
That should not be allowed.
Okay.
Under any circumstances, you should be allowed to
change your name
and register in our country with this new name, Bain or Brown or what have you.
But as
Give us your name.
The fact that it's in the newspaper, as a citizen or anybody, you have the right to call and say X, Y, and Z, which is why they have to put it in the papers
by the
before
time
they
it
get
goes to
right?
the newspapers,
It's already done.
the rabbit is out of the hole. Basically speaking.
Okay.
Okay? I know when I was there, and we had this fellow came in there, about 66 years old. So he married this woman from Jamaica, who was about 32 or 40. And she had a son, must say, in his 30s, and he want to adopt 6 children.
Okay, let the man adopt the 6 children,
And
be
then-
good
that-
stepdaddy.
Yeah, and let him go right there. You know I want to send him, right? All right, okay. 6 damn children.
Why can't he adopt the 6 children?
Yeah,
if he
okay.
meet the woman with the 6
He
children,
had
let him.
4 Bahamian children that he left on his own, and he want to adopt 6.
So you're trying to say you feel like it was an arrangement.
Listen, he didn't make the mark. Put it that way.
But you know, I had a fisherman on the show the other day. He was saying that the same thing is happening with Dominicans. He feels like
that's for some time that's been
yes.
happening.
he said that the Dominicans are coming. Now, this was the first that I'd heard of it. Obviously, I'm not a part of the fishing industry. I don't know anybody personally in the industry. So it was the first time that I'd heard.
Minister of Agriculture.
More than
that-
10 years
Many
ago,
of
that's
them.
been happening.
Yeah, they're
Many
saying
of
that the Dominicans are coming and marrying
Yes.
the Bahamian women. And
What you talking about? Foreign building contractors and workers come and marry them. Only for convenience. You have a project here, a 2 to 3 year project, and the only way for me to stay. In no foreigners come here and leave, on their own, Most of them die here. They prefer to die.
they want to be here. They love the Bahamas.
Yes,
Give
because
somebody
we are
on
so easy for them.
$3,000, $4,000
Ain't
to
got
marry
nowhere.
them, and that's that.
They ain't got nowhere.
So do you think, I know the fisherman who we had on, he said that he thinks that even if, specifically in the fishing industry, even if the Dominicans do marry the Bahamian women and get citizenship, they should not be able to fish or do any sort of work in the fishing industry
You
for about
consider
10
the
to
man
20
is
years.
not Bahamian.
It's like 10 to
Listen,
20 years. He said they
listen.
should have a stipulation. I tell
will
you what he
never
said.
forget my term as a minister and also as an MP. Where Bahamian women used to come to me. Mr. Miller, please, get my husband the citizenship. I said, my dear, I'm warning you. Once you get it, you're done. So what you mean? I say, the man is then a citizen. There's nothing we can do to take it back. You can't just arbitrarily take back citizenship, You have given that. And I've seen it over and over. A fella come, marry the Bahamian woman.
Don't just say Bahamian women now. It happens to Bahamian men
Men
as well.
also, yes.
Okay, let's not act like Bahamian women are the only ones getting swing. It happens to Bahamian men as well. Don't.
Our guys live getting
That's what I'm saying. Don't just make it seem like.
They're Dominicans.
Don't make. That's all I'm saying. Don't make it seem like we gullible and we getting swing.
We had a guy who married a Cuban. Okay? Had 3 children with a Cuban. Went to Miami for the first time after 5 or 6 years. She got her passport. Went to Headlines Mall. I'll never forget. Had the 3 children with him. She said, "You all go upstairs, go shop." They ain't never been to Miami.
Like his children with her?
His children.
Okay.
6 o'clock, Headlines Mall is closed. I used to live in that area. 6 o'clock, the mall getting ready to close, 5:45. He goes downstairs, him with the children. And mommy's over there talking to some people. And the children run over there, "Mommy, me don't know you. Me don't know you." And I said, "What the hell is this?" So the husband go up to her. "What you mean, you don't know them? And these are our children." Say, "Who are you?" Notice this real life. Okay? And the guy saying,
I know it's real life. I'm not trying to laugh. It's the way that you're telling the story, though.
He started raising hell.
But,
When
okay.
he looked, the damn Cuban
Security come
Cuban
for it.
police put a gun to his head. Move away.
Now, I know we're making,
Huh? He came back to the Bahamas crying like hell. Him and his 3 children. They never saw that woman again. Because the average foreigner who does that to you come here for a purpose. I want a better life.
So the question
and my
that I
life
have
is to go stateside.
is there something that government could do? Is there something that immigration can do to make sure that you're not just coming here in order to A, fish,
Listen.
or B, find another way or find an avenue
These
to get
fellas
to
go
the
over there
States?
so they want bright-skinned woman with curly hair. I know what you, listen, in my constituency off Gladstone Road, I wouldn't say which corner, there was 2002. I gone through there one weekend, and I see these about 8 babies, and these children pregnant. I said, what's going on here? I said, how you get pregnant? We went up to the campaign on Carmichael Road, the place, the detention center.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of them happy. I said, what's this all about? Pot cake. You want to see how pretty this little baby is? You want to hear me? That happened. Their view is that they want a pretty, bright-skinned baby with curly hair. They go get the fella, go in the place, get pregnant, and come back, and they happy as hell. The baby don't never know who the daddy is, and they don't care. But I got a pretty baby with curly hair.
Look, we going off.
It's real life I'm talking about.
I know we going off. My question is...
Going off. They going off.
My question is, what can we do to ensure...
Not a damn thing.
But there's things that we could do. Even in Trump America, they're making it more difficult now.
There needs to be a conversation.
No, but you could make sure that it's not an automatic thing. You could make sure that they have to be here a certain amount of years. You could have, and I don't know our process, but I know in the States, you have to go with proof. You have to have pictures, videos, years of a relationship.
We just got this fast track. You show up on the shore and you're a citizen. What happened to the process of going through the process of residency?
It's normally 5 years.
Prove yourself.
And
then on to citizenship.
You think 5 years is enough?
I knew an architect, a well-known architect in this country. God bless him.
You know a lot of people who get swing, Mr. Miller. These are a lot of smart men who don't get swing.
Hey, the brothers want curly hair. Is it? I don't.
You know a lot of people who get swing.
I want my baby woman just how they are. I don't care what color he is. I love you.
Now we have baby women in all shapes, all sizes.
That's what I say. Association.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't act like Bahamian women. You know, we have our beautiful Bahamian women, all shapes and sizes.
Cuban doctor.
Cuban? Okay.
Work at the hospital. Been married for about 6 years. Children gone to the big school what is the big school there? The big expensive school.
I know what you mean. We ain't got to call all the names.
What is that? The big one. Odis, St. Andrews. She go to California on a conference for the Bahamas government. California. Been there for 10 days. The trip is now over. Sunday, be up to the pod and go back to the Bahamas. That night, her roommate, who was a friend of mine, she said, I ain't going back. I say, what? She got 2 children. They still here. You think she came back? You think they ever heard from her again? Their view is that, listen, you want these little bright-skinned, good-looking children? I can give them to you. It's like a chicken having a biddy. You leave the biddies there, and I go on.
So the men getting swing.
Yes.
Because the women want light-skinned children? Or because the men want light-skinned children?
That happens it's happening right now.
I think it may be a little deeper than that. I think it may be deeper than I just want light-skinned kids.
I've seen this happen over and over and over again. One fella went with Bill and Mario's. We were doing the paving on the road. This fella come there, man, this is my girlfriend. No, this is a woman I can marry. Came in the car, the woman driving the car. Then 4 fellas said, that's Mary. Said, that's who we used to fool with. Hello? The fellas know what's going on. Stick with your Bahamian woman. I love them and they love me. That's who I stick it with. You think I can move? I can change.
All right. So clearly we're not getting it with this. The point that Mr. Miller making right now is
it's factual.
Stay with Bahamian women
exactly.
and you won't be in problems.
No, you can be in problems. Brothers, I can't. Oh, they can give you hell.
That's a different kind of problem.
You have to put them in. Because in the end, God can bless you.
It's called domestic problems.
Exactly.
You know what? We ain't going to go there. We're not going there.
Exactly.
But we are speaking about illegal immigration, one of the other headlines, one of the other topics.
Love who God give you.
I try to move on from you and all the men you know who keep getting swing.
Yeah.
Shanty towns, back in the headlines again, government is saying they're moving forward with demolishing these shanty towns. I see they play the music. That means we got to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about your views with that when we come back. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
And I'm all for it. Take the damn land, man. That's your land. God give you that.
Can I welcome the people back to the show, please? Welcome back to the show. We left on talking about, getting into the conversation about shanty towns and the government saying that, they're going back out there and they're going to try and get rid of these shanty towns, these illegal homes that have been popping up everywhere. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I feel like this is something that comes up every couple of months. We always talk about the demolition of shanty towns, but the problem never seems to actually go away.
Because it's been there for 50 years. At least 50 years, maybe 60. I've been there. By using BEC light for free.
I remember.
They get the well water for free. What you talking about? This ain't nothing new.
No, that's what I'm saying. But every couple of years, you hear governments coming out and saying we're going to demolish these shanty towns.
Right. And then they demolish one. The fella go around the corner with the other one, and he come back and pick up all his scrap. And if the scrap still they'll build there. But Bahamians not getting smart. 2 weeks ago, when we went to that campaigning, where the shanty town was, Bahamians not building there, and we went there, and all Bahamians.
So they're now building on...
They're building on the shanty towns because their view is just like mine. You allow them to build. These houses 50 years. And I build it. Now I want you to come take me off my land. That's my land now.
How is that your land?
It is my land.
You
I'm
know,
a Bahamian. I'm born here. I've been here. Not born. I'm an organic Bahamian. My mom's Bahamian. My pa's Bahamian. My grandma. My great-grandma. My great...
But that land belongs to someone.
Yeah,
because
it belongs to us. It belongs to all of us. It's crown. You know what crown is?
It's not crown land. Well, not all of it. Because, there was one person that was interviewed in one of the papers, someone who was living on a shanty town, and he said that he was paying, he pays a Bahamian rent. He's paying $350.
You're paying a fella who there, building the houses and getting money from them.
Yeah, he's paying somebody rent to be on somebody's land.
It's still illegal.
I understand that it's illegal, but I'm saying that I can't just go and build on other people.
They could do it. What stop you? Because you want...
Because I don't want my house get demolished.
Because you want to ascribe to the norms of society, and they don't.
Yeah. Well, they said, in all fairness, I think that that it has been said that not only Haitians are occupying these shanties, that Bahamians are living there as well.
Yes. And the problem with that is, Sally, is that here we go, and like you said, at the top, every so often the government starts these demolishing program. I think it's too helter-skelter. I think we need to serve notice on all communities from Inagua in the south to Grand Bahama in the north, if you're in a Shanty
especially
town,
Abaco,
if you're in the wherever it is, Abaco, if you're in the Shanty town, we're destroying them, we're demolishing them. You have 30, 60 days, whatever it is, to demolish them. So when I come in Abaco 30 days later, I'm demolishing. When I come down in Andros 120 days later, I don't have to issue no new 30-day notice. I told you this from 6 months ago. We're coming, we're demolishing, and if you're still there, it's on you. All these little start and stop. Each time you take this one down, you go there. The ones that are in Andros now, I learned, came from all the way from as far as Abaco. When they were destroying them in Abaco, some in New Providence, they find new areas to shift to because you're giving them these space to move to. And each time we hear the people in the community start to complain that, oh, we see houses going up, we see these little shacks going up. We take months before we go there, and then it's a whole town.
Exactly.
Look on the main road, West Carmichael Road, with the used to be the well fields. Okay, so we saw, I think it was about 2 years ago, the leader of the COI lead a group down there, and
He's selling land on there now.
He told them that they had the
Who's
right.
selling land on there now?
He told them they had right to the crown
He's selling land
land.
on there right
A
now.
number of people went there, and there is
He's a
no
real
town.
estate agent.
If the government,
He's a real estate
hold on,
agent. He is a real
I
estate
learned
agent.
that even
He's selling-
even the government have allotted land to people out there. So it's not entirely him.
Okay.
My point is, there's no laid out plan for a township or anything.
No.
People just go, I go in here,
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
There's no road
Agreed.
plan, there's no structure. Lay out a plan of a town if you're going to redevelop this area, if you're going to develop this area for a new town. Don't just let people go
If
and
the
build.
foreigner could build, the
all
Bahamians
kind
could
of
build.
little
I
shacks
agree, because
all
in
over the
order
place.
for me to build, I gotta go pay $5,000 for plans.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta go make sure
Exactly.
that the
What I can do-
infrastructure
exactly.
in place. I gotta have $60,000 to carry
Exactly.
to the bank.
Exactly.
I have to have my lawyer fees.
Yes.
I have to have
Yes.
my down payment.
Yes.
I have to have everything.
Whatever you allow them to do, I could do.
We've got to develop this country in an orderly manner.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Even Bahamians can't do whatever they want, wherever they want.
So
No, but
what
if
can you
it
do
does
about
want to
the
do it, I
what
can
can
do
you
it.
do about the problem?
There is laws to deal with that right away.
So what do
we
you
just
do with-
deal with the laws too helter-skelter. We just got to be more efficient in administration of the laws of the Bahamas.
And then what do you do with the hundreds? How
the
many
problem.
people do y'all think live in these? Hundreds, thousands?
Thousands.
Thousands. Then what do you do with the thousands of people that you just displaced?
We do have an issue here
Lease Carnival.
with affordable
We do what?
housing.
Lease.
Hold on.
I'm Carnival Chip and head
As
so.
it relates to Bahamians,
Carnival
as
ship.
it relates to
Heads up.
Bahamians, we do have an issue with affordable housing here.
Yes, we
that
do.
must
Number
be
one.
addressed simultaneously with this. Okay, and so we have a number of issues that we've got to be dealt with, but we've got to deal with them. We can't just leave them just to happen.
No, but you know, we're making fun of it and laughing about it and talking about just go and
It's
set
real
up.
life.
But it is real life. And you know,
It
a
is.
lot of
It ain't no
Bahamians
joke.
cannot afford to build.
No, they can't.
They cannot afford to purchase
rent.
land. I was just going to say,
can't
and they
afford to
cannot
rent.
afford to rent, which is why they probably do
It's
not. Rent
easier
is
today for you to give me a mortgage to pay than to pay rent.
Exactly.
I could pay a mortgage easier than I
Yep.
could pay
No,
rent.
but I can't pay the mortgage because I cannot. I don't qualify for the mortgage.
You can't qualify
Yeah.
to get the mortgage.
Right.
But as far as what the mortgage is,
Yeah,
rent
no,
is
very much
that
so
and
true.
more.
Because I know people paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in
For rent.
rent, and the bank is not giving them a mortgage, but they are proving that they can pay.
They can pay more, but they
still
can't
don't give them a
qualify
mortgage.
with all of the down payment,
No.
all of the fees, and all of the
You
other
have to have a
requirements.
minimum of $50,000, $60,000.
But you put them in a house, they can afford the mortgage because they're paying those hefty
Okay,
rents.
so then what do you do? Then I just go and set up a shack in the shanty
No,
town
listen.
because I can't afford to build
You
my
must
own
have a
home.
more
Socially,
regulated
we're
system.
responsible for our people. Housing is an essential
Number one priority.
need of our country.
It is.
Number
and
one.
we must do more to help those that cannot help themselves.
I know every time election season comes around, we talk about crime, we talk about, food, cost of living, we talk about immigration, but do you think we really talk about housing and affordable land and rent and the things that to the point where Bahamians will feel like they are being heard?
No, we have not talked with it. We have not dealt with it to that level. The government touted the various homes that they're building, but who's getting these homes? Who's going in them? A lot of people.
Mind you, bear in mind now, when the government of Bahamas first won the election in 1967, I think it was 1970,
An aggressive program.
when they erected Yellow Elder Gardens, right? That was a good policy.
It was an aggressive program.
And it was a good program that everybody benefited from.
And you see Yellow Elder go from Blue Hill Road all the way
But
out
what
to
has
Bethel
happened
Avenue now.
over the years, the cost of living has gone so high, inflation has taken so much of your money. Back then, Yellow Elder was at $50,000 for a 3-bedroom home.
Total?
In total, because the government always gave you the land. I wonder if you realize that.
$50,000, that's it?
Yes. Right now.
You can't even buy property
Right
for
now,
$50,000 now.
the people who are living in that new community, Old Carmichael Road, this is a first-class community, by the way. I've been out there.
Wonderful,
right?
beautiful.
The government gives them those lots for free now.
And
They
then
don't pay for the
build
lots, you know.
They pay for the homes.
They pay
on
for the
lot.
home, and the home is $200,000. That's the cost of the home. The government always gives you the land. This is why the Honorable Minister is now acquiring land. And he's very aggressive with it, Minister Keith Bell. And he needs to go in places like Camp Road, St. James Road, 5 Pound Lot, where you have all kind of vacant land that was never built on in 100 years. You have to acquire them and put homes for the people.
Can the average person, Bahamian, afford a $200,000
They can't.
home?
They can't.
They can't afford it. First of all, they don't qualify. And you got to realize that 7 out of 10 of the houses that the government built, those people, after about 5 to 6 years, hasn't paid in about a year.
I know they have a lot of defaults.
Great default.
And
we have to build a better system to assist those who cannot help themselves. The government's first obligation is to take care of their people.
Agreed.
Okay? And we got to find a way to do it. My suggestion was very simple to the PM when I spoke to him. We got to let the Chinese come and build some houses for us. With the great respect to our fellas. Right? Would it take them 6 months to build? The fella could build 100.
But how will that still, I still am not qualified by government standards, by private institution standards to get in that house.
Yes, you have to make
I need
it
to be
possible.
able to qualify.
First of all, most of those who are there have a government job, eh? You realize that?
But how much are they being paid, and how much is that check being stretched after you done pay your car payment?
The biggest problem
the
you have is that
$900 to BPL.
Over the last 40 years of my life being involved in frontline politics, you got to have 3 persons in the house working. So that means you, your brother, and your sister, or 3 of you all go and sign the loan. Now, somebody can get married. So the minute the brother or sister get married, you only got 2 then. And the 2 salaries come time cannot pay it. And that's where the problem comes. Then another one get married, or you got to fight for them and they move out. Then you're on your own. Then you can't pay it at all. And some people believe that once the government give you a low, when they say give, low-cost house, that is theirs, that I vote for you, and Port Key guys should be able to have this house.
And they shouldn't have to pay.
No,
I'm not saying I agree with that stance. I'm saying that's what they say. Yes.
But that's the mentality with many of them. That's
So,
why
okay,
you
so
throw
what is
me
the solution? What
out
do
my
we
house. You have to. It's really a learning process with the government having a social program and a network out there to continue to educate our people on the high cost of living, how you can save, how you got to be productive.
How can you save?
Save. You got to be getting
When I
something
say
to
save,
save.
I'm talking about saving the $10,000 to get a home. It takes them 5 years to do that.
Exactly.
Believe it or not.
Because I gotta pay BPL $900 every month.
Exactly.
I gotta buy groceries. One bag of groceries is $200.
The whole structure economically has to change.
Some people's
for the betterment of the people.
$10,000, $12,000.
Yeah, they cannot afford to pay it.
And you shouldn't allow these people these exorbitant rates as much as 18 to 20% to take advantage of these poor people like they're doing now.
That's what's happening. Well, can the government do something to stop that? Because that's a
Yes,
private
you can do
institution.
something to stop it.
That's a private bank. They could charge whatever they
No, I'm
want
not talking about the private, not in the
Oh.
private banks, there's all these hackers out there.
Okay.
A lot of them are there now, you know.
Is there something that
You
can
got
be
about
done?
20 of them right now competing with each other. You saw what happened, Mrs. Rule from the Financial Service Commission. Closed that one down on our road. They were ripping people off with selling vehicles and things.
Oh, okay. I didn't
You
know
get a lot of
about
unscrupulous people in this country that takes advantage of the poor. Yeah. The government obligation is to see to it that people in society are covered, especially those who cannot help themselves. That is your first obligation. Help those who cannot help themselves and see that they're not taken advantage of by the unscrupulous ones who got more but want more. Because you can never satisfy a hog, eh? No, you just can't. Greed. You can't satisfy greed.
Agreed. I agree.
Okay.
But what can we do? I mean, even with rent, do I just pay $2,000-$3,000 for the rest of my life?
In
because I
Stapleton
can't
Garden right
afford
now, $1,800,
That's
$2,000 for 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
That been built
5
from
years ago.
that been built from 1952.
Exactly. 5 years ago, it was $1,200. How the hell did it get to $2,000?
No furniture, no nothing. The same pink tiles and purple
Exactly.
top and
Supply
green top
and
they had
demand.
from
I
1952.
They
looked at
also
the
rent them
papers a
out
few
now.
weeks ago.
As what that thing? Everybody's rent them. What do they call it? Airbnb.
Airbnb. You paying $1,200 in Angleton and
for an efficiency.
It's so unfair.
Not for an efficiency, the bed and in the kitchen. And they want $1,500 for that.
It's so unfair.
So how do we survive? How do we live?
We have something called the Rent Control Act.
Are they doing what they're supposed to do?
It's not enforced. It's not being enforced, from what I've seen. We got to enforce it.
But what are they saying? The renters, the landlords are saying
that.
that the mortgages are high. They got to pay. Tiling is high.
Right
Construction costs are high.
Right now, the banks are giving you loans less than 10%, you know. Most of the banks are competing.
But
Fidelity Bank raising hell.
Less than 10% still means
to buy
that I
cars,
have,
not necessarily.
But if I'm buying a house, that still means I have to come up with at least $30,000-$40,000. Where I gonna get that from?
They ain't gonna lend you no money to go in business, but they lend money to buy a damn car.
Where do I get the 30 grand from?
I don't know. I don't know how you asking me.
I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna be able to afford it.
You need to have at least 2 or 3 booze.
You know, they ain't really spending like that no more. They want it from us now. The women gotta pay all. I mean, I don't know. They ain't got it no more. They cutting back, you know?
You want to the fella trying to hustle you?
Exactly. You know what? It has been a pleasure, guys.
Again, supply and demand. You want my body? You gotta pay me.
Oh, now we get to talking about paying for bodies and stuff now.
But what do you need to be paying for?
Are you talking about funeral home, Leslie? Huh?
That better be what we're talking about. I'll let you guys have the last word. It's time for us to go. Y'all can wrap up. Anything you want to say, Mr. Miller, you go first.
Who, me?
Yeah, we wrapping up. You let him play the music.
Let us be careful. Last week, lady got killed in Delutra.
4 children.
With 4 children left. Drive
Very
careful.
sad story.
And all of us should show more love to each other. A lot of murders this last week again. I'm always scared of the weekends. Friday, Saturday.
Especially
always
long
scared.
holidays.
We just need to show more love and concern to each other. And let's be our brother's keepers. You know, and let's stop talking bad about each other and trying to destroy each other, especially the character. But these people on this same building is a dangerous device.
Very true. I agree.
Very dangerous.
1,000%.
And they believe you can get away with anything, bringing people down.
Through the screen.
Okay?
I agree. 1,000%.
And I always say, I ain't gonna lie on nobody, and I ain't gonna lie for nobody. So when I tell the guy, go pay the woman the money, pay the woman the money.
Your last words, please wrap up.
Brothers out there, Bahamians everywhere you go, man. Listen, having a good time this weekend, going out to enjoy yourself. Peace on the streets, man. Let's love one another. Let's put away the hate, man, and the killing of our brothers and sisters. Let's just love one another, man.
All of your white brothers and sisters, they don't be killing each other.
I have his last word.
Follow them. They can teach you how to live.
It has been a pleasure being in your company tonight. I'll be back next week. Shanique is still out. Good night, everyone. I'm Francesca Brown. Have a good evening.